Walt Disney once said that there's more treasure in books than in all the loot on Treasure Island. I couldn't agree with him more. Good morning, you're listening to What's New Today, a kids and family podcast about current events shaping our world. This is your host Sangeeta. Today's episode is not about current events, instead, it's about the treasure that Walt Disney was talking about. The treasure that can be found in incredibly wonderful books. I'm joined by 10 children from India in this episode, and they are here to share which amongst the books that they read in 2024 ranks their most favorite. So, if you're looking to make a reading list for 2025, there can be no better way than to get your recommendation from the mouths of bookworms aged 8 plus. Now, ideally, it would be great to hear the reviews of all the books that my young guests read in 2024, but time might be a bit of a constraint because let me guess, each one of you read at least 25 to 30 books last year?
Yeah, but I don't remember the
Yes.
names.
I don't know the exact number.
Yes.
I have all the pile of books in front of me.
Would I need to know some mountaineering techniques to climb that huge pile that you've read
No.
this year?
No,
No? Okay. So
you
it
would
just
not even need to step foot on it.
No. I'm definitely not stepping foot on any book. We are all from the land of education in India. We will not dare touch our books with our feet. So I was just saying, metaphorically, is that pile so big that if I had to climb atop it, I would need mountaineering skills. Shall we quickly introduce ourselves? Yes, Zuhair, what did you want to say?
I wanted to introduce myself.
Yes, definitely, Zuhair, but unfortunately, we
It's
use
alphabetical order.
Yes. So, Zuhair, you are at a serious disadvantage here when it comes to introducing yourself. But Abdul will probably go first. So, I've got two brothers who are joining me. One is Zuhair and the other is Abdul. Did your parents really think about the alphabet when they named both of you? A Z and an A in the family?
Actually, my name is Muhammad Zuhair, so M.
Oh, so you're not just Zuhair. All right. So, I'll have to take you with M. But can I call you Zuhair?
Yeah, but I like Zuhair because it's short and sweet.
Okay, then we'll stick to Z. Sorry, but then you'll come last. Is that okay?
Fine by me.
Fine by you. Wonderful. All right. So who starts first? Oh, we've got a double A here. Adya.
My name is Adya. I'm 14 years old and I live in Akhnoor, which is in Jammu and Kashmir, India.
Hello everyone, my name is Abdullah Atfalwala and I'm 10 years old. I live in Rajkot, Gujarat, India. I study in the Galaxy School, Wari. I love to read and write books.
My name is Agastya Deshpande. I'm 12 years old. I study in NIS, Nile International School. I live in Maharashtra, Mumbai, and I like to read, research, and do a lot of experiments.
Hello, my name is Dash. I'm 10 years old and I study in Mahasai Montessori Resource Center and I have published 2 books.
Devansh.
I am 10 years old. I study in grade 5. I am from Kolkata. I study in Lakshmipat Singhania Academy. I have published 1 book and I love to read books.
Hello, I'm Kian Sujata Parekh. I study in Aspinuttar Academy. I live in Malad in Mumbai, in Maharashtra, and of course, you know that's in India. I am officially a certified book lover and a published author. I like to solve Rubik's cubes as well, and I love science.
Hello, I am Manya and I'm in class 3rd. I'm 9 years old and I study in RMG International School, which is in Akhnoor.
Welcome, Manya. This is the first time I'm having you on a podcast recording. I'm so excited to have you. I know you're also Adya's sister. How does it feel to have a sister whose name starts with AA? So you're not the first in the alphabetical order to introduce yourself.
That's pretty cool also because you get that time to decide what to say.
Yes, I like that. Wonderful. So Manya,
That's
what are
the only problem I have with my name. You don't get to think before you speak. They're like,
Yes.
okay, A, start saying.
So Manya, what are your superpowers? Everybody else has claimed interesting superpowers. What are yours?
I'm just like a bookworm, as you can say, in short.
In short, you're a bookworm. In long,
In long, I'm a very, 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 very big book.
very big. All right. Wonderful. Prakriti, you're next.
Hi, I'm Prakriti and I'm 10 years old. I'm turning 11 in about 4 days.
Yes, we know that you're a Christmas born. So, for all of our listeners who are listening to this, we're recording this on the 21st of December. We're very excited. Advance birthday wishes to Prakriti. What plans do you have for your birthday?
My parents are taking me somewhere. They've kept a surprise though.
Very exciting. And on to our penultimate podcaster today.
Good afternoon. This is Shambhavi. I am from Indrapuram. I am 14 years old and I study in the 10th grade.
10th graders taken time out and come and joined us on a podcast. I am so happy. Zuhair,
Finally, my turn. My name is Mohammed Zuhair. I am from Gujarat, Rajkot, and I am the brother to an awesome kid named Abdul Ahad. And I'm a bibliophile, meaning I love books and I love to solve Rubik's Cube, and my main passion is music. I love to play the keyboard.
wow. It's so nice to see the love and affection you share for your brother coming out in this podcast. Great. Welcome, all of you. I'm so glad to have so many enthusiastic book lovers join me. And we're going to talk about the one book that each one of us really, really enjoyed reading this year. Because we've got listeners who may want to take recommendations coming from y'all. If there are other kids roughly of your age with similar interests, they might find your recommendations useful for them to decide what books they want to read in 2025. Adya, would you like to share your most favorite book?
There was this book I read called Atomic Habits by James Clear, and it was suggested to me by my cousin. And I really liked the way he broke down the whole step process of like making habits and how to like destroy bad habits and build good ones. And that was one of my favorite books for the year.
Is there any one takeaway, one important habit that you formed?
Actually, I just started reading it at the end of the year, so I haven't got time to implement it. I'm just reading it.
Wow. Okay. That's a very interesting genre. It's not fantasy or adventure, it's self help, right? So, for those of our listeners who want to note down the names of the books, you could either just pick up a pen or pencil and write it down, or you could refer to the show notes. I'm leaving the names of all the books and the authors as a long list in the show notes below. Abdul, would you like to go next?
I would like to say about the Midnight Gang. It's my first book from David Volumes. I really like that how the Midnight Gang fulfilled everyone's dream.
Is this an adventure book?
Yes, it's an adventure book.
So, how many key characters are there?
There are children. There is the principal who doesn't allow the children to stay late.
Plot of the story is based on a school. Is that right?
No, it's type of not a school. It's type of hospital where people get injured and go.
Oh, okay. Has anybody else read this book?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
So, y'all also recommend this book? Did you like it a lot?
Definitely.
Yes, ma'am.
I loved it.
Probably yes.
Oh, okay. So, there's more than one vote for this book. Agastya, which book did you enjoy the most in 2024?
My favorite book is The Immortals of Meluha. It's by this author named Amish. And the reason why I like it so much is because its genre is mythology. It's about how Shiva from being a very ordinary person rose to becoming a very godly entity. Why I like it is because it changes the way you actually think of the Hindu religion. Because I believe personally that there's been a lot of science behind our religion. And like some scientists believe that we knew that the earth was round before anyone else said that the earth was round. Because in our ancient cave paintings, they showed a boar, one of Vishnu's avatar, holding the earth, and they showed that the earth was not flat but round.
Wow!
People from the Indus Valley had a different side of way of thinking. They believed that Ganpati, his head was of an elephant only because it was a mutation. So it's very interesting because religion has always been more of like a belief than facts. But in this, to an extent, you can also believe the fact that there is some science behind how the Meluhans thought of everything.
Thanks, Agastya, for describing the contents of the book so patiently and so beautifully. I couldn't have described it better. For listeners who are hearing the name of this book for the first time, this is the first part in a three-part series called the Shiva Trilogy, written by Amish Tripathi. But Agastya, I'm curious, for what age would you recommend this book to?
11 and above, people can read it.
Thank you. Dash, would you like to go next?
So when it comes to my favorite book, I have like lots of contenders for my favorite book. So, but if I were to like narrow it down to just one, I would say Sherlock Holmes. Among the Sherlock Holmes novels, I really like the first one, The Study of Scarlet, because it's like the story of how Watson and Sherlock Holmes first met. And then it's very interesting to see the entire story to Watson's eyes instead of Sherlock Holmes' eyes. How he perceived Sherlock Holmes at first, how everyone talked about him.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes is an absolutely fantastic read, but I don't know if you think it's a great read for kids aged 10, 8, 12. What do you think, Darsh?
It depends on which Sherlock Holmes you're talking about. They've been republished in different like text fonts and they've been repurposed so that it's simpler. If you're thinking about the original ones that I read, then I should say like 11.
That is a good age in which you can pick up the original Sherlock Holmes and read. Yeah, you're probably right that it has been published in more abridged forms or rewritten in a simpler form for younger age readers. We don't know about those, but if you're talking about the original one, maybe 12 is a safe age in which you can understand if you are someone who enjoys reading detective novels. Has anybody else here read the Sherlock Holmes novels?
I have read
I
a
read
little
one.
bit of it.
Yeah, keep speaking.
We have one book and I tried reading it. I read it and then I couldn't sleep for 2 nights, so I stopped reading it.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes can do that to you.
I have also read it.
How did you like it?
Actually, it was a great and awesome book. And as for the original book, we need lots of patience but for the republished books now, but we don't need that much patience. But for the original book, the clues and how Sherlock Holmes finds it's quite interesting.
I have also read a little bit, but I think it's for grown-ups, not for little kids.
Okay, so and Manya, you're about 8?
Huh?
You're
Yes.
8 years old, Manya?
I'm 9.
You're 9? Okay, so you don't think it's appropriate for a 9-year-old? Maybe someone above 12, 13, 14 or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I recommend Sherlock Holmes to a person above the age of 13.
Okay, so Kiansh is raising the age even higher. Devansh, what's your most favorite book from 2024? You said you've got this huge pile that you've got to select from, right?
Ma'am, I've read a lot of books. Some of them are motivational books, and one of them is a book named One More Step by an author whose name I cannot pronounce. Wait. Okay, basically it's about a principal of a group of schools, not one particular schools, of 3 Jain schools in Hyderabad. And what he does, he wants to create a world record. And one day, what happens that not someone, a girl who is at the age of 16 came to give a motivational lecture, and then he got inspired. She had climbed some of the highest mountains, and then so what happened, he decided to take a group of 30 to 35 students, or was it yes, 35 students, and he did a fitness test and all. Then some students dropped out, and then what they did, they hiked to the Everest base camp. I liked that book. It was very interesting. It was basically, the second half of the book can be like a travel guide for people traveling to Everest, because it was all about the places you have to cross and how you can cross them, what you have to do, the difficulties you will face and all.
Wow. Anybody else who's read this book?
No, I haven't read it.
Okay, I see a lot of nods, so it looks like nobody else has read it. Very unique book. Thank you for bringing up an interesting recommendation, Devansh. How old do you think a child should be to read this book?
Ma'am, 9 to 10 years, or
At
even
least.
8 years. It doesn't contain any content that will scare 9-year-olds or 8-year-olds to not sleep for 2 nights.
So it ranks a little higher than Sherlock Holmes if you are someone who is bound to get nightmares. Kiansh, what's your most favorite book?
Surely my favorite book is the legendary Harry Potter Goblet of Fire, because it's such a thick book, like someone easily will be scared. This book explains about the Triwizard Tournament.
Okay.
Ma'am, Order of Phoenix is much thicker than Goblet of Fire. Order of Phoenix is like 800 pages.
Yeah,
But the Half-Blood Prince is also quite thick.
Yes.
I think since the fourth part, every book was thick.
Isn't the Deathly Hallows the
Actually,
thickest?
No.
No,
Order
the
of
Order of the
Order of
Phoenix is
Phoenix.
the
no.
thickest, but they made 2 movies on Deathly Hallows.
Yeah. It's very hard to recommend any one from amongst the Harry Potter book series, but Kiansh still thinks that Goblet of Fire deserves a special round of applause. But of course, if you're a reader who's never read Harry Potter, please start from the first book, Philosopher's Stone.
I can.
If you jump into Goblet of Fire, it'll make absolutely no sense. You can't make head or tail of the story. On to Manya. What's your most favorite book?
So I recommend the book The Island of Dragons, which is by Geronimo Stilton, and it's fantasy.
I was hoping one Geronimo Stilton would also turn up in today's recommendation list. I love Geronimo Stilton. Who else has read this particular book of Geronimo Stilton that Manya is recommending?
I've also read this book. Yeah, I have the series of Geronimo Stilton books, and I still read them now also, sometimes.
I have not read, but I have a question. Is it one of the special series? The series of 12 books?
Would you know,
I think
Manya?
it's part of the Kingdom of Fantasy series.
You can't really go wrong if you pick up a Geronimo Stilton. Wonderful. But Manya, to read this book, should you have read other books of Geronimo Stilton before?
You can pick up them, but you should take the first part so you can understand who are the characters.
This is the 12th book.
Okay, so ideally you start from the first book in the Kingdom of Fantasy series, but the 12th is what you really loved. Prakriti, what book would you recommend?
Yeah, so my favorite book is Keeper of the Lost Cities. I like all of the books, of course, but today I finished Stellar Noon, and I really like that one.
Stellar Noon.
Yeah. Well, it's like if you like Harry Potter, you'll definitely like this.
Wonderful. Anybody else who's read Keeper of the Lost Cities?
Yes, I have.
And how did you like it?
It comes at the second position after Harry Potter, and even the author knows it that it comes after the second position. Like it's literally written on a small circle in the book, best for Harry Potter fans. And I've read the whole series.
So one more word of recommendation. Okay, now on to our 10th grader, Shambhavi. Which book would you recommend?
The one book that I loved was The Vedas and the Upanishads by Rupa Pai.
Vedas and the Upanishads by Rupa Pai. Okay.
And one genre I really enjoyed reading this year was mythology and philosophical novels.
But tell me a little bit more about this Vedas and Upanishads book. What is the book about?
It is about the Vedanta philosophy. The first half of the book is full of the code of conduct that should be followed by Hindus, and also the history of Aryan culture. It basically has dialogues between teachers and students of how they could reach the Shiv Tattva.
Wow. So this is not written in a story format, right?
No, there are stories in between and also a little bit of history of the Vedas and Upanishads.
Okay.
I have also read this book, but not full.
Did you enjoy it too?
Yes, kind of.
Oh, wow. Such an interesting genre that you've explored at 10 years of age, Devansh.
Ma'am,
Am I right?
Yes, ma'am, but I have 25 more books on mythology.
Thank you so much, Shambhavi and Devansh, for bringing a new book to our attention for the year 2025. I mean, it's new for me. Perhaps there are some listeners who've read this book. And now we go on to our last guest, whose name starts in Z, or Z as some people say.
If I had to choose a book, my favorite book, then it would be Diary of a Wimpy Kid series.
The entire series?
Yeah, actually book 19 has been published now. It is Hot Mess and it's a really great book, and it's a journal of a journal cum diary of a teenager boy, and he talks about the struggles he faces and all, and the adventure he has, and I really love this book.
Wonderful. Anybody else here who's read the Diary of the Wimpy Kid series? Lots
I've read a few of the books. Yeah, it was an okay sort of book.
Oh, the Diary of the Wimpy Kid series is funny, but then I don't like the books at times because it just talks about how much you're miserable and all the bad things are just like coming to him. But yes, some parts are nice.
But I know a lot of kids who absolutely adore Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The emotions of the author are also described through very interesting cartoon sketches and comic sketches. I've not read too many of the books. I've just glanced through them, so I shouldn't speak with the same level of authority that I can when it comes to, say, a Harry Potter series. So how old do you think a reader should be to read Diary of a Wimpy Kid series, Zuhair?
10 or 11.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid for 10 plus years of age. That's Zuhair's recommendation. And now I'm going to very sneakily recommend another book, a book or a children's magazine that I have authored. It contains wonderful stories from the real world, stories that highlight important events that took place in 2024, science discoveries, sports stars, the ones who climbed new heights last year, geopolitical events, and space-related milestones that mankind achieved in 2024. It's called The Lighter Side, A Bag of Tales from 2024. The book costs Rs 399. It's available for delivery in India. There's a link in the show notes below from where you can click and buy this book. A very big thank you to all 10 of you who've joined me today. Adya, Abdul, Agastya, Darsh, Devansh, Kyansh, Manya, Prakriti, Shambhavi and Zuhair. I hope our listeners found new interesting additions to be made to their reading list for 2025. I'll see you all in our next episode on Friday. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
I
Bye,
enjoyed-
ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.